In this video, I will show you how you can keep yourself up with the embroidery convention. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Darcy from Zdigitizing. Before we continue, guys, please make sure to subscribe to this channel for any upcoming videos. Whether you have already started your embroidery career or are just starting out, you must be well acquainted with the embroidery convention. Being a beginner to embroidery digitizing, there might be many questions on your mind. Of course, there are some underlying technical aspects that one should keep in mind while working their way in. Let us talk about some of the best practices that you should always follow while working on your digitizing projects. Best practices to follow. The sequence of embroidery machine. A lot of people as beginners make this mistake as they follow the sequential order of their embroidery machine, which is not the right thing to do. The order in which your embroidery machine performs might not be suitable for your project. For example, concerning the right flow, the placement of stitches should be done first. Second, the underlay and in the last top stitch of your design should be processed. In many cases, people do not take care of the right order. Therefore, they end up ruining their design. Always keep the right sequence in mind, and that is placement of the stitch, underlay, top stitch. Digitize according to the garment. Choosing the right type of garment and what you want to digitize on it is the key to correct digitizing. Way before you start with your design, you should be able to determine what type of design you want on it. So, for instance, a design that is most suitable for flats would surely not produce satisfactory results on the surface, which is a little curvy, and vice versa indeed. Also, a fabric that keeps giving you puckering with some specific designs might not repeat the same error if you choose the right fabric. So, always know your fabrics and designs. Underlay. Another important thing to keep in mind is the underlay. Newcomers sometimes neglect the importance of underlay, which raises some technical issues in their designs. An underlay is no doubt the base of any design. Different types of underlay help the designs, such as fill, run, and center runs. Completing your design without or with improper underlay would result in very bad outcomes, such as distortion or less density. Sometimes it even causes trouble for the whole embroidery process. Make sure your design has proper underlay. Most of the time, try to centerline the underlay so that you can refrain the underlay from showing up through the top stitches, which will give a very bad impression to your design if not taken care of thoroughly. Stitch angle. Every embroidery machine uses the stitch angle. It is the angle in which the embroidery machine starts to embroider the fabric. Without taking care of the right angle, your design can face issues. Every design might not have the same stitch angle. Some designs are based on vertical stitch angle and some are based on diagonal and horizontal, respectively. Also, it is important to notice that even various portions of the design might use different stitch angles. So make sure your machine uses different stitch angles for your design so that you can produce appealing results. It will not only help your design to appear well, but also you can avoid one-dimensional and dull designs. What you should avoid doing. Do not set improper density. Density, as many of you might have known, has a considerable effect on your embroidery. If you want to improve embroidery, do not overlook density. If the amount of density is excessive, then your design can not only distort, but also a broken needle or thread breakage issue can occur. On the other hand, less density saves your stitch time and also your design looks better, which is why you should always consider an adequate amount of density of the design. Avoid numerous jump stitches. Excess of everything is bad, and this surely applies here. It can make your design look bad. As we know that jump stitches are those threads that are left behind after the embroidery design is completed. This usually occurs when the needles move from point A of the design to point B. If the needle has to move freely and randomly, then it drags the thread while moving, which causes the problem. As I have mentioned earlier, the stitch sequence is so important. If you have not taken the stitch sequence under your consideration, then you are more likely to have jump stitches in your design. Beginners tend to ignore jump stitches, but surely if they keep occurring, then you will have to take them off manually, which can not only put a load on you, but also it might cause puckering. Do not get started without a plan. Every great thing can be achieved by the process of converting it into different milestones. This statement fulfills its purpose here. Before you start your embroidery project, make sure you do your research work and see your project through. You should know which type of fabric you are going to use, what type of logo or design you will embroider, and more. Once you have divided it into small steps, you will be able to see a great difference in your productivity, and you will also be able to tackle the situation if something does not go right. Quit relying on auto-digitizing applications. As a beginner, you will seek what makes you more comfortable in your embroidery field, and that is totally okay. However, adapting to skills is better than avoiding technical work. There are many types of auto-digitizing applications that offer you auto-digitization of designs, but they are not quite useful for complex designs. They can make mistakes, and if you do not have a digitizing background, then it is important that you hire a digitizer or outsource the digitizing services. An auto-digitizing application will not get you through your complex projects. Manual digitizing work is more preferred as it is not only detailed, but also it can work through the most complex designs. Try to learn to digitize. Be an expert, or if you want to save that time too, then outsource the digitizing services for you, which is faster and easier. Need digitizing service for your embroidery machine with super fast turnaround and excellent quality? Just click the link below and get a free quote in less than 5 minutes. Hope it will be helpful for you guys. If there's any questions related to this video, you can simply ask in the comments section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And finally, thanks for watching.